Commiserations, how would you assess the match overall?
Well, let's first of all, Mark played really well tonight. I didn't really get much of a sniff. He queued so well. My safeties were quite good. Just didn't really get in. But overall in the match, I missed a couple of little chances. Just didn't probably perform as good as I have to at this level. And luckily enough for me, Mark didn't either. But he was the better player overall, so probably a fair result, the scoreline as well.
Because you got it back to 6-5 at one stage. You think you had a bit of a sniff then, and you just managed to get a few frames on the bounce, wasn't it? How frustrating was that?
Yeah, I just couldn't. I didn't seem to get on like a little roll like I did against Neil, but Mark probably made it more difficult than Neil did. To be fair, it's hard like flustering him and winning 2 or 3 and getting on a roll. It was difficult. I know I could have, but I just didn't play well enough to. There you go. That's it.
Was there a particular reason for that? Was there anything you could put your finger on as to why it just didn't quite click for you?
Nah, just a combination of, it's hard work out there. It's lots of pressures and that, and it just didn't clear. Everything felt like it was very difficult. Just not really. I did flow in certain spells. I seem to every frame I won early on. I seemed to get in and win it in one, well not one visit, but like virtually, scoring 50 or 60 and doing all right, and then just missing out a couple of times on the close ones. And overall, they can make quite a difference. But like I said, I've no complaints. Mark was the better player, and that's the way it is.
And you mentioned how well Mark played, particularly this evening. Century, an 80 and a 70. Going forward, is he a real contender for this title now, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. He's right up there, really. I mean, he's one of the favourites in my eyes. I did achieve what I tried to achieve, like early on in the match. I think I put a bit of pressure on him, and he didn't respond as well as he did tonight under not so much pressure. So maybe later on, when he's put under pressure, that it might. Well, to be fair, he's good under pressure anyway. So, but he didn't. What I'm saying is, he played better tonight when he realised the match was virtually won. He sort of relaxed a lot more, and that's when he's at his best. When he can bully people. And for long periods of the match, I didn't really let him bully me. But like I said, overall he was a better player, and I couldn't compete. So.
And just for you, Robert, came through qualifying, great win in the first round, good contest in the second round. How does he give you confidence going forward into next season?
Yeah, it's great. It's back to winning ways, back to a half decent tournament, and I'll gain a lot of confidence from this. The results more so than the way I played. I scrapped in there and done all right, but it's just like it would be nice just to actually play fluent and for long periods rather than sort of do what I've been doing over the last couple of matches.
I know you want to play well, but ultimately it's about earning a living as well, isn't it? So as long as you win, is that obviously the main thing? Yeah,
that's the main thing, is earning money. But like I said, I don't know. I'm getting older now, so it's obviously harder to flow like you used to flow. But like you say, the winning's the main thing. If you can scrape a couple of wins, eventually you're going to start playing well somewhere along the line. But you can't really scrape wins against these top players. It's very difficult to do. I mean, I was lucky that Neil was completely out of sorts, and obviously he had tip problems, and it wasn't going to happen against Mark. You have to you have to score well to beat these players, and I scored alright. I just I didn't really take my chances when I missed the yellow, and you can't miss easy balls against these players because it's going to come back and haunt you, and that's what it did in the end. And like I said, when he relaxed tonight, he showed how well he's queuing, and I know he's queuing well because he has been the last few months, and I watched him play Jimmy to go 7-1 up. He played really well then as well. So yeah, I mean he's got as good a chance as anyone, I would say. Him and Higgins, but they're the 2 favourites for me.
It's interesting you say you're one of the older players on tour, but apart from maybe the likes of Jack Lazowski, it's not as if and some of the Chinese players, it's not as if there are lots of young British players coming through pushing the old guard out, are there, when you look at it?
No, there's none. There's nothing at all, really. But there's going to come a stage where the old get a little bit too old, and I think obviously I don't really know too much about the Chinese, but I'd imagine there's quite a lot of Chinese coming through. But like you said, I don't know, all the snooker clubs in the country shutting down really. There's not much youth coming through in our country, that's for sure. Not what I've seen anyway.
You don't see many young players in Gloucester?
No, I don't see them anywhere. I mean, forget Gloucester. I don't. Some of these players that they big up. To be fair, I mean they couldn't lace marks when he was that age. He probably could have given 50 or 60 start.
Is that a big concern for you? Because obviously you love the game as much as you want to earn a living. You love the game and want
yes,
to see talent come through.
It's not great. I mean, yeah, it'd be great to see. It would be great first of all to see the snooker booming in our country again, and going walking into a snooker club, and having to queue and wait for 3 hours on a Sunday afternoon to get a table. I mean, I don't know, these things are probably never going to happen, but it'd be nice, to get a boom again like we did back in the 90s and that. It was so good. I mean, I don't know whether it's because I was young then, but the game just seems so much better.
It's an interesting contrast, isn't it? You look at all the tournaments there are now compared to what they used to be, and but they're on necessarily the grassroots, particularly in the UK. I mean, full credit to Barry. I mean, he's done everything for our game. It's been brilliant, and he's given us a lot more earning opportunities and that. But like I say, it don't seem to be helping the grassroots. I don't know where they're coming from, but maybe they are. But I haven't seen much of it. That's all.
Can I just ask you, Rob? You've known Mark a very long time, haven't you? You've been on the circuit for many, many years with him. How well is he playing now compared to how he was playing back when he was the world champion?
Well, you'd have to say in the last few months he's playing just as good. But, I mean, you'd have to ask him that question more so than me. I've known Mark a long time, but I've never really gone and practiced with him and seen how good he was. I'd seen him on the circuit. He was obviously a good player. He's always been a good player. He's tweaked a few things in the last few months and it's restored his confidence. So.
Betfred, proud sponsor of the World Snooker Championship.